Welcome to Final Moments, where we honor the lives of those who have left us, but whose legacies continue to inspire. Their contributions left a lasting impact, shaping industries and touching countless lives. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Final Moments for daily tributes celebrating the lives of those who made a difference. Dennis Bond football is more than just a game. It's a community, a family, and a legacy. In this video, we honor the life of a man who embodied all of that and more. Dennis Bond, former Tottenham Hotspur and Watford midfielder, who has passed away at the age of 77 on March 3rd, 2025. Tributes have poured in from fans, clubs, and the football community, all mourning the loss of a true gentleman of the sport. Dennis Joseph Thomas Bond was born on March 17th, 1947 in Walthamstow, England. A boyhood Spurs fan, Dennis began his professional journey with Watford at just 17 years old. Under the guidance of former Spurs player Ron Burgess, who was then managing Watford, Dennis quickly became a mainstay in the Hornets side, making over 100 senior appearances and showcasing his talent as a skillful midfielder. In 1967, Dennis fulfilled a lifelong dream by joining his beloved Tottenham Hotspur. Though his time at White Hart Lane was relatively short, he left an indelible mark. Over 3 seasons, Dennis made 27 first-team appearances, scoring once, a memorable penalty against Everton in 1970. He also had the honor of representing Spurs in the European Cup Winners' Cup, a testament to his ability and dedication. After leaving Spurs, Dennis continued his career at Charlton Athletic, where he made 75 appearances and scored 3 goals. But it was his return to Watford in 1973 that truly cemented his legacy. In his second spell with the Hornets, Dennis played 179 matches, scoring 21 goals, and became a fan favorite. By the time he retired from professional football in 1978, he had made 301 appearances for Watford, scoring 42 goals. A remarkable contribution to the club he loved. Since the news of his passing, tributes have flooded in from across the football world. Tottenham Hotspur released a heartfelt statement saying, "We are deeply saddened to hear of the passing of our former midfielder, Dennis Bond. The thoughts of everyone at the club are with Dennis's friends and family at this impossibly sad time." Fans have also shared their condolences, remembering Dennis as a true gentleman and a proud Walthamstow lad. Lee Kunzman. Speed, courage, resilience. These are the words that define a racer, but for Lee Kunzman, they were more than just words. They were the pillars of a life lived at full throttle. Today, we honor the legacy of a man who not only raced cars, but raced against the odds, time and time again. Lee Kunzman, a 4-time Indianapolis 500 starter, passed away on February 27th, 2025 at the age of 80. His journey was one of triumph, tragedy, and an unyielding spirit that inspired everyone who knew his name. Born in Gutenberg, Iowa, Kunzman's love for racing began on the dirt tracks of the Midwest. By 1967, he was already turning heads, earning Rookie of the Year honors at the Little 500 in Anderson, Indiana. But it was in 1969 that he truly announced himself to the racing world, capturing 8 USAC national midget victories, including the iconic Astro Grand Prix inside the Houston Astrodome. Yet, Kunzman's career was not without its challenges. In 1970, a horrific crash at I-70 Speedway left him with third-degree burns over 40% of his body, a broken neck, and a broken arm. Doctors weren't sure if he'd ever race again, but just 2 months later, Kunzman was back behind the wheel, proving that his determination was as unbreakable as his spirit. His resilience carried him to the pinnacle of motorsports, the Indianapolis 500. Kunzman made 4 starts in the greatest spectacle in racing, with his best finishes coming in 1973 and 1977 when he crossed the line in 7th place. In 1979, he qualified an impressive 11th, showcasing his skill and tenacity on racing's biggest stage. After hanging up his helmet, Kunzman didn't step away from the sport he loved. He became the team manager for Hemmelgarn Racing, where he played a pivotal role in Buddy Lazier's 1996 Indianapolis 500 victory and the team's IndyCar Series championship in 2000. His leadership and expertise continued to shape the sport long after his driving days were over. Kunzman's contributions to racing were recognized in 2006 when he was inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. It was a fitting tribute to a man who gave so much to the sport and inspired countless others with his perseverance. Dick McTaggart. In the world of amateur boxing, few names command the same quiet reverence as Richard Dick McTaggart, a fighter of supreme technical skill, a pioneer of movement and precision, and a man who never crossed the ropes into the professional game. Because in his words, professional boxing is all work and wages. At 21 years old, McTaggart became Scotland's first Olympic boxing champion, winning lightweight gold at the 1956 Melbourne Games. His performance was so exceptional that he earned the Val Barker Trophy, an honor given to the most outstanding boxer across all weight divisions. A tall, rangy southpaw with a right lead, McTaggart fought with a style that seemed almost ahead of its time. His movement was elusive, his footwork controlled, and his ability to switch from defense to attack made him an enigma for opponents. 4 years later, at the Rome Olympics, he fought his way to a bronze medal, losing a controversial semi-final decision. By then, he was an established force in amateur boxing, a 5-time British ABA champion, a Commonwealth gold and silver medalist, and a European champion in 1961. His record? A staggering 610 wins out of 634 fights. But McTaggart never turned professional. He valued freedom, the ability to enjoy the odd drink and a fag over the rigid discipline of the pro ranks. Instead, he remained devoted to amateur boxing, later coaching Scotland's national team at multiple Commonwealth Games. By the time he passed away, at 89, McTaggart had solidified his legacy. A boxer's boxer, one who never sold himself for the bright lights, but whose technical brilliance, discipline, and sheer love for the sport made him one of the greatest amateur fighters of all time. Eddie Jordan. Edmund Patrick Jordan, known to the world as Eddie Jordan, was a man who lived life at full throttle. Born in Dublin on March 30th, 1948, his journey from a bank clerk to a Formula One icon was anything but ordinary. Jordan's story is one of relentless ambition, sharp instincts, and an unyielding passion for motorsport. Jordan's racing career began modestly in karting, where he won the Irish Championship in 1971. By 1979, he had founded Eddie Jordan Racing, a team that would dominate Formula 3000 in the late 1880s. But it was in 1991 that Jordan made his indelible mark on motorsport, founding Jordan Grand Prix. The team became a staple of Formula One, known for its vibrant yellow livery and audacious spirit. Jordan gave Michael Schumacher his F1 debut, a decision that would later be seen as a masterstroke. Under his leadership, the team achieved 4 Grand Prix wins, with its crowning moment coming in 1999 when Heinz-Harald Frentzen secured 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. Jordan's flair extended beyond the track. He was a shrewd businessman, investing in everything from yachts to rugby clubs. His media career was equally vibrant, with stints as a BBC and Channel 4 F1 pundit, where his candid commentary and larger-than-life personality made him a fan favorite. He even launched a podcast, Formula for Success, with David Coulthard, blending humor and insight into the sport he loved. But Jordan's life wasn't without its challenges. Financial struggles and sponsorship losses forced him to sell the Jordan Grand Prix in 2005. Yet, he remained undeterred. continuing to influence motorsport and business until his passing on March 20th, 2025 in Cape Town. Eddie Jordan once said, "You have to take risks in life. If you don't, you'll never know what you could have achieved." His legacy is a testament to that philosophy, a life lived boldly with no regrets.